Hey Sainers, welcome back to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to a very special Round 9 match preview. As you can see, I'm sitting at the home of football, the MCG, where we are going to be... Oh, the sprinklers have just... If this catches, is this going to get us? Nah, I think we'll be right. Sprinklers have just come on at the MCG. They're getting the turf ready for Friday night football. We're taking on Carlton in a huge, huge game. It's Spud's game, so I'll put a link in the bio to raise funds for mental health. It's an amazing cause, and it's great to be sharing that big game. Our home game at the MCG with Carlton. I've just done a couple of videos with Terry from Blue Abroad, so we've had those videos, which you'll see on the channels. My thoughts on the game, both teams coming into this with a bit of mixed form. Carlton just been belted by Adelaide. We know how that feels, and we're coming off a belting of our own against Fremantle, winning by 61 points, and I think that performance gives me a little bit more confidence going into this game. I think our recent history against Carlton in the last 10 is 7 wins, 3 losses, which is really, really positive. And you look at our method and what our strengths are, I think on the vastness of the MCG, that running game, hopefully we can kind of get that going a little bit more. It was very much a contested game against Fremantle, but it needed to be. The elements, they're on show here. They weren't on show before, but they're definitely taking force now. But their strengths, obviously, Cripps, enormous. I don't know, maybe we go head-to-head with Steele. Maybe the two captains go at it. Forward of centre, you've got Kel Wilkie that always goes to Charlie Curnow. Always does a really good job on Charlie. I don't think he's ever really gone crazy against us and kicked a bag. And then obviously Harry Mackay. Both of them didn't play against us last year, so that's going to be different. But we do have Dougal Howard back. He's had a couple of games, so you'd think he goes to Harry, Kel goes to Charlie, and hopefully with enough midfield pressure, they don't get that supply, because I think we all know, it's well documented, Carlton have probably the better A-grade players, and we have sort of, I guess, a bit more of that spread across the board. Less A-grade talent, but a lot more balance and maybe structure. And I think in a high-pressure game like this, when things aren't going your way, you can fall back on structure and kind of absorb that heat and then give it back. And I found that we're starting to learn to do that, to kind of, not always be at our best and absorb and then give it back. And I think we did that against Fremantle. It was pretty dominant in the end, but there were parts of those games where we had to defend, play one-on-one, and go back to basics. So I think if we do that against Carlton, I think that'll go a long way to us winning the game. In our front half, Mitch Owens, Cooper Sharman, Jack Higgins, they're all going to be huge talking points. I think Silvani might come back for the Blues. But that's a pretty good, it's medium size. There's no main target, but I think that benefits us, and I think it makes us more unpredictable. Cooper Sharman had one of his best games. Mitch Owens had one of his best games for the year. And obviously Jack Higgins is like third in the Coleman. So having a matchup for him, it's going to test them. But at the end of the day, as much as I can preview this game, it's really all going to be about the midfield battle. De Koning, Rowan Marshall. Rowan Marshall needs to have his best game of the season, because Tom De Koning is in ripping form. He was a bit down. He got beaten on the weekend to Riley O'Brien for the Crows, but overall TDK's been in phenomenal form. He might look good in the red, white and black next season, but on Friday night he's going to be playing for the opposition, and we need to make sure that he doesn't have any influence on this game, because if we negate their midfielders but he gets hold, he can win them clearances on his own, get the ball forward, win the territory battle, and then from there, if they get enough supply, like we've seen with every loss we've had, it's weight of numbers. When we lose clearances by a lot, we give up a lot of inside 50s, inevitably we're going to give up a lot of scoring shots and we're going to lose the game. So if we kind of negate, stop that source, stop them getting that clearance with Cripps, with Walsh, with Hewitt, who's been in great form, I think then we'll be okay. Once we get that rebound game going with Naz, if we're starting to intercept with Wilkie and Dukes and getting Naz and Sinks on the ball, and we're going end to end, I think that's when we can feel, while we're watching the game, it's on our terms. And one thing I can trust going into this game is Ross is going to have them primed. He's going to have the game plan honed in, and hopefully we can get the win. So I wish I could do a little bit more of an in-depth preview, but the sprinklers are on, the elements are in full voice, and I'm just pumped to get started, to get to Friday night football. Back to back, Last week, everyone criticised us for not, for not playing the most exciting game and getting the win. If we do the same thing again in front of 75,000 people and win, I'm taking it. I'm absolutely stoked if we get the chocolate. So we can't take this game for granted. Obviously, Carlton, with their fans, with the momentum that they can generate with their star players, if they get hold of any team, they're tough to stop, and their role players will play better because their star players are clicking. For us, we just need everyone to play their role, and that's enough for us to click and hopefully get the win. So put your thoughts in the comments, Saners. Watch the video with Terry. It's a really good balanced preview, I think, and obviously on his channel as well, and raise funds for Spud's game and mental health awareness. So on that note, Saners, thank you very much. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, go you mighty Saners. See you guys.